This is Orbibit on Nintendo Switch, a really decent game. It's a puzzle-based game. There are about 15 levels so far that I've found. There's nothing more. Although there's not many levels, it is pretty cheap. It's less than a £5. It's a decent game. It's 3D crafted levels are really good. They're controlled with the right thumbstick, so you can go up, down, left, right, and also you can spin round and just get a good look at the actual level itself. Each of the 15 levels has been handcrafted, so none of this pre-generated stuff that I dislike. It's all been very cleverly thought out. It starts easy and gets progressively harder, and the levels are thankfully pretty huge. You'd be quite surprised at how big they are. Some areas unlock other areas and you have to work that out yourself. You're not told, you're not given any hints. You find out for yourself how things work by using the camera angles to direct where your ball's going, and not only that, to see where the objects that you manage to fire off or drop off, or which buttons you press. Those camera angles just kind of give you a bit of a helping hand on what things do and how things work. And yeah, it's not an easy game. Example, I'll show you here. Your Orbibit will fire off a little ball bearing. You press the button on the left, a ball bearing magically appears on the right using this transporter, and then you basically push it off the precipice and it'll go down the track itself. You'll then got to work out what that does. When I found out what that did and where it went, etc., I realised I had to press these buttons here on the left the exact same time that this ball was moving. So you know, it was kind of a timed puzzle. Very ingenious. And yeah, that took me, I'm too embarrassed to say how long it took me to work out, but it took me a little while to work out, and it was pretty good fun. When I worked out how this puzzle worked, it was really, it just really impressed me. I was like, wow, you know, it's pretty decent. Such a well thought out game, you know. But there you go, I screwed up there. So when you do that, because there was no save point there, you have to go back and do it all over again. And remember, that thumbstick is so sensitive. Frustratingly, you can just fall off all the time. Again, there goes a ball bearing. I'm going to wait for it this time. Hopefully I'll do better this time. I'll wait for it to catch up. And again, using the camera angle to help you, because you're also looking at what the other gadgets and traps and puzzles, you know, what they're doing. So you can kind of figure out, you know, what their purpose and function are. So you can solve the puzzle itself. Not always easy. Here comes a ball bearing again. And this time I'm ready for it. You got to time it right. Here we go. And then you quickly, with a thumbstick, mind you, it's not easy because it is, as I said, it's very sensitive. There we go. Bingo. Now, what does that unlock? I thought, go up here, carry on the track. It must unlock something. The lift that was still not moving is now moving. So there's the trigger. Again, no hand holding in this game. It explains everything to you. And it's so damn clever. All the puzzles I found were really good. This one had me a little disadvantage because I thought, well, I've got to use these blocks obviously to complete this road, haven't I? So I go up the little ramp and across the way to the next part of the puzzle. Just very clever. If you buy this game, you won't be disappointed. It really is great. So clever, so well thought out. The music's okay. The graphics are okay. It is a puzzle game, and you know, for the 10 minutes it took me just to put all these blocks in some sort of order so that I could actually roll over them. It was really embarrassing because I just thought, well, I know how this puzzle works, but I just couldn't get the blocks. They just kept spinning out, and that will add a little frustration. But hey, it's a puzzle game. It's meant to be frustrating, but it's so satisfying as well when you do it. When you actually solve it, you'll do it quicker next time. Definitely worth a buy. I recommend you go out and get it. It's one of the better puzzle games I've played. Remember, there's checkpoints and everything, and of course you got to find these plastic cats. I don't know why. Maybe it unlocks extra levels, or maybe it's just to show off the fact that you've actually found them. But at the end of the day, when you solve a little puzzle and then move on to the next one. It's just so satisfying. Yeah, definitely worth every penny of the £5 I spent on this game. Anyway, let me know what you think if you buy the game, and if you beat the game, even better, because as I said, it's a toughie, but it's a fun toughie, and definitely worth a buy.